Hey guys, Steven here with STS Pickleball, and today we're going to be diving into these new boomstick paddles from Selkirk. I've had these paddles for a little over a month now, and I wanted to do an update on the RPM results that I just recently got in comparison to the original RPM results that I got when I first received these paddles. So this will be a 1 month or a little over a 1 month update of using these paddles very extensively. So without further ado, let's dig straight into it. Okay, so before we jump into the Infinigrit durability results, I do want to just dive into these paddles a little bit, get some metric breakdowns for you guys. I didn't do a full dedicated review on these paddles, and so I'm going to kind of hybridize this video and sort of make it a review and also a durability update after 1 month. So the boomstick paddles do come in at a price of $333, which of course is extremely high. But there's a lot of really good things going for it. It's definitely Selkirk's best paddle to date by far. You can use code INF-STS Pickleball, and that'll give you the maximum gift card allotment back with a purchase of a boomstick paddle. It also gives me a little kickback, which helps the channel, but ultimately, of course, all my reviews are completely unbiased and my own opinion. Always, 100% always. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the metrics on the elongated version of the new boomstick paddles. So it comes in at an RPM of 2319, which is elite, very top tier spin. It's going to come in at a 9.8 for power, a 9.3 for pop, a 9.1 for sweet spot, and an 8.6 for control. So really good metrics overall. Definitely elite power. It's right up there with the most incredible power paddles in the space right now, which is going to be the Yola Pro 4, the GX2 Power, and then the boomstick. The Flick F1 is also really high up there as well. But overall, I think out of those four paddles, the GX2 Power, the Yola Pro 4, and the boomstick paddles, I would ultimately go for the boomstick personally. It just feels like it grips the ball a little bit better. It has better stability, of course, with the the weighting that they've created on the sides, which could easily be done yourself, but ultimately it does feel nice, and it is in really nice stock. It definitely has a really nice twist weight and swing weight value, which we can jump into right now. So swing weight is going to be 117.92, twist weight is going to be 6.84. So really good for an elongated paddle. Very stable. Again, mainly because there's weights on the side, but a lot of these paddles these days have internal weighting, so it is kind of it's a nice look. They're definitely kind of foiled and have a little bit of a sheen to them, and aesthetically speaking, they are very pleasing to look at, and they really did a good job aesthetically speaking on this paddle overall. 100% they really did. But again, so really solid metrics on the elongated version. We can go ahead and jump into the wide body version as well. So the wide body version comes in at an RPM of 2245, and then it has a power rating of 9.2 out of 10, a pop rating of 9.5, a sweet spot rating of 9.4, and a control rating of 8.9. And again, really solid metrics. Swing weight on this one's going to be 112.04. Twist weight is going to be 7.62. So really good metrics overall, I have to say. Like both of these paddles were definitely created with the most current tech in mind, right? Dual density foam in the core gives you that incredible feeling and that crazy big sweet spot that we're getting from all of these Gen 4 paddles. We're talking about a large band of foam around the perimeter of the core, one stationary solid piece of foam in the center, and a little bit of polypropylene in the grip here. But ultimately, it feels and plays just as well as any of the other full foam paddles available right now, but it does have elite tier power. Kind of hard to control overall, still really good control metrics. And we're finding that with a lot of these full foam paddles these days where, the sweet spot is so large and the feeling off the face is so linear. And with the fact that these Gen 4 full foam paddles don't have any break into them, it's a very linear process over time. What you get out of the box is exactly what you're going to be feeling 2 or 3 months down the line. So your ability to really hone in on your shots is pretty incredible with these full foam paddles. So ultimately, what I recommend Selkirk Boomstick, if you have a lot of disposable income, and with my new RPM results on this Infinigrit, it is seeming quite promising. So, I think if you're looking for something highly durable from a company that you can really trust, that has a really good warranty program and really takes care of their customers, I think this is a safe bet. Of course, there are paddles that are a little bit cheaper and really perform about as well with just marginally less power. But again, if you want the most elite power in the space and you also want, incredible spin, this is definitely one of the top picks right now for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the Infinigrit results. So as far as durability, I did take these out just yesterday, a little over a month after receiving these paddles. I've been using these paddles like crazy. These and the J2NF I've been using all the time. And to be quite honest, I did 20 serves with both these paddles, and they are holding up incredibly well. We're talking about maybe like a 15 to 18 RPM difference than when I first received the paddles. And that could even be just like human error. It could be the day, it could be a little bit more fatigue. And that is one of the issues with, testing with a human body rather than with a machine. But of course, I'm doing the best that I can for you guys. But I have taken a lot of paddles out in the past after a month, 2 months, 3 months. And on average, there's usually about a 70 to 100 RPM drop off each month if you're playing very consistently. If you're playing just here and there sort of recreationally, then, you might have closer to 40, 50 RPM drop off each month. But for me, I play all the time. And so, with other paddles that are utilizing just basic peel ply on the surface, it is a little bit more of a drop off. So I was really blown away by these results. I tested both these paddles. I did 20 serves with each one, and there really wasn't very big of a variation between when I first did my RPM analysis on these. Really solid. I'm very impressed. So we'll see how they hold up. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on a 2 month or definitely a 3 month update, probably more like a 3 month update, give you a little update on these guys and see where they're at then on the Infinigrit and just kind of see if it's really holding up. But after a month of playing a ton, it definitely is outperforming the rest of the paddles in the space as far as grit durability, as far as RPM consistency over time. So that is nice, especially when you're spending $333 on a paddle. You definitely want it to last quite a long time. So that's a quick breakdown on the metrics and the Infinigrit durability of the new Selkirk BOOMSTIK paddles. If you found this video helpful, definitely consider subscribing. The best thing you can do to support my channel, and a free way of saying thank you, is to just subscribe. It helps the channel like crazy. Definitely leave a comment down below. I read all the comments and I try and respond to every single one. I hope you guys have a freaking wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.